Ha! Hey everyone, Hassan here. Welcome to the world of Ha. Today I got a very special Power Rangers review for you today. This is dun dun dun, dun the Legacy Saba, the talking tiger Saber. This is it. It's a Toys R Us exclusive. It just showed up in my local Toys R Us store, and I am so pumped about this. This thing looks awesome, and oh my goodness, I am just ready for this. So let's do this. I want to get right to an unboxing and a review. So I'm going to quickly show you how the packaging is, and then I'll open it up and see what it's like. So yeah, this is a part of that Legacy line, of course, exclusive to Toys R Us. So it's got that classic green packaging, just like the other Legacy items. This one's got your Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo, Legacy Saba, the Talking Tiger Saber. Pretty cool they kind of had the full name there. Definitely pretty interesting. Pretty massive packaging too. It definitely stands out quite a bit. It does have some die-cast parts, as it says right there. And lights and sounds. Talking Tiger, so it actually talks as well. If you remember from the show, it talked, and Tony Oliver was the guy that did the voice. He actually came back and re-recorded lines for this as well, which is pretty awesome. And there's the White Ranger right there. So yeah, really cool. So this is ages 15 plus, by the way. So this is a collector's item. Little kids probably do not want this item because they will swing it around and hit somebody and it will hurt. Here is the Rangers at the top, which is really cool. They got the White Ranger there. Legacy Saba, the Talking Tiger Saber, and image of Saba and stuff right there. The bottom of the box is right there. The side has your White Ranger, same thing there. And then the back, which of course kind of describes everything about it. So you have a really cool image of the Saber right here. And then what else does it say? So again, die-cast parts, lights and sounds, all that fun stuff. There is an extendable blade, which it does show right there. And it shows the talking, the moving voice. And there's a story right there too, so you can kind of pause the video and read that story if you would like to for the White Ranger. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That's the box right there. Pretty standard for your Legacy items. Decent weight to it because the item itself is supposed to be pretty heavy with all the metal pieces. All right, so let's get right to it. I'm excited to open this up. I'm going to kind of do a quick little unboxing, and then I'll obviously get to my full review, just so you can see my first reaction with this item, because I am so excited. Some of my favorite Power Rangers toys ever are the Legacy Power Morpher and Legacy Dragon Dagger, and because the quality of them is so good, and they look amazing, they feel amazing, and this is like the next, you know, roleplay item here, and oh my goodness, I am so excited for this. I don't care if you're tired of Mighty Morphin or whatever, this thing is awesome. So I am ready. I'm so ready. Am I like cutting myself now? I'm like so ready. I'm giving myself like cardboard cuts. There we go. Sliding this out of the packaging. Something just fell out, and oh, it's just some cardboard. Oh man. Oh man, this looks amazing. There's also a whole bunch of other cardboard pieces and some instructions. I got two of them apparently. I think are they the same thing? So no, I don't think they are. So this one tells you how to replace the batteries, and then you have obviously your full instruction thing right here. So there's that. I'm not going to bore you with those details there. I'll move that out of the way. And now the item itself, of course. Okay, so there's there's this little plastic cover over it right here. And then here it is. Oh my goodness. This looks amazing. Look at this. This feels pretty heavy too, and it just looks amazing. It's got that extendable blade too. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is huge. Oh man, wow. Really nice and shiny too. And oh look, Saba. Oh man, I'll show you up close in detail, don't worry. I'm just like admiring this for the first time. I mean, just look at this awesomeness. This is really cool. Wow. It's like hurting my arm. Just, I mean, I went to the gym the other day and went to like a boot camp, and I'm so sore from that. So because of that, plus the weight of this, I can't like hold it for very long in one arm, because I'm still pretty sore. But yeah, this is just amazing. I mean, look at this. Look at the size of this thing. Oh man, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna now, let's take an up close look and I'll show you all the features, the lights and sounds, the metal pieces. We'll kind of take an up close look at this, and then afterwards I will do a comparison with the Dragon Dagger and some other items as well. So let's take a look. All right, here it is out of the packaging. This thing is incredible. I am in love with this toy. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? Let's get right to it. I'm so excited. So let's move the box out of the way. And this thing is huge, first of all. I mean, I can't really even fit the whole thing in camera at once without, like, moving the camera so far away. Like, it's so hard. Like, let me try and close the blade. Now I can maybe fit it in camera. Yeah, there you go. So it's very difficult to fit in camera because of how huge this is. And yeah, let's just kind of take a quick little look, see if I can fit this in the camera. So here, let me move this out of the way. This is going to be hard to even position just because of how huge this thing is. So, look at that face right there for Saba. I mean, the detail on this is incredible. So his eyes do light up, and I will show you that feature, and the mouth has a motor so it can move. So I wouldn't mess with his mouth. Like, I wouldn't manually try and open it because that might mess up the actual motor. But this whole headpiece here is very shiny, very cool looking. Nice gold right there. There's some buttons, and I'll kind of go over all of that in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, really cool. More buttons there. All this right here. So here's the coin. It looks pretty cool. The background looks a little odd to me, just the way that it is. But I guess they're kind of going for that sort of a bit of a weathered look to it in a way. But the gold does kind of blend in with all the other gold they use, so it does look pretty good. But it's an interesting thing that they did. Some nice little teeth sticking out here, like silver little sharp teeth here, and so it's pretty cool. And then yeah, some really nice, you know, just little design there, and you obviously have the blade. I'll kind of just show you that up close. Very nice and shiny, really cool. Gosh, it's like hard to hold this thing because it's heavy and like my arm is sore. But the blade does extend, so you know, pretty good length right there. And again, I'll do some size comparisons with some of the other toys that I have, just so you can kind of get a better idea. But yeah, there's that. Really cool. So as far as what is actually, by the way, so on both sides, I mean, great stuff. But what they also did, you'll notice, like the actual screws are kind of covered up. There's a little smudge of like paint on there, which is a little annoying, but I'm not too bothered by it. They covered up like the screw holes, so it actually kind of blends in a bit more. So you'll see all the little screw holes right there kind of covered up in that same color. That's nice that they actually, like, even this one still maintains the little gray, like the line that went through. So they actually try to keep the patterns and stuff together, which is pretty cool. I believe this is the battery slot, but it blends in very nicely, so you don't really even know. And yeah, I mean, really cool stuff. Really cool. So as far as what's actually metal, the blade, I don't believe it's not metal. It's like a very hard plastic. So it's not like a bendy plastic. Like if I pushed it a little bit much, it might kind of bend, but I'm not gonna force it. But it's not a bendy plastic. So it's pretty solid, but it's not metal. And neither is like this piece here. Really, there's not any like metal here as far as I can tell. What is metal? This half is very top heavy in terms of metal. So all the gold that you see here, I believe is metal. It feels pretty heavy. The little silver pieces, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. I think those might be plastic actually. But the gold pieces there are metal, and this silver piece here is probably the most metal on this thing. This thing is heavy, this silver item here. So like if I were to, like, you cannot really, let me see, like this, you cannot pose it like this, because it literally tilts over because this piece is too heavy. So it won't like balance like that. So if you want to pose it, you have to do it like this, because this piece, the head piece, is so heavy. So that's definitely one thing to note. So this does look cool like this to display, but I wouldn't mess with it too much because you don't want to break it if somebody knocks it over. But it is pretty decently stable right there because it's got a nice thing to balance on if you want to display it like that, I guess. But yeah, really cool. I mean, it just looks amazing. Really cool. Very shiny, reflective here. I am just overall very impressed with this thing, especially when you consider, you know, the full blade like that. I mean, oh my goodness, that's just amazing. I'm gonna close it up right now just for the purposes of trying to hold this thing in front of a camera. It's gonna be a little bit easier this way, but all right, so as far as how this thing works, there's a couple buttons, right? There's 2 buttons right here. There's 2 buttons right here. It's not actually 1 button. There's one on the left, one on the right, and there's your on-off switch right there. So when you turn it on, the head is actually going to light up and move the mouth. So I'm going to kind of, you're not going to see the button. I'm going to move the camera here so you can kind of see the mouth. So I'm turning it on. And that's what it does. So it's now on, basically. So turning it on does that. I'll turn it off and turn it on again. That looks pretty cool. I definitely do like it. So the eyes did light up and the mouth moved right there. Both of these buttons right here on the handle do the same thing. And the idea is, I'm assuming if you're holding it like this, then you could push this button here. Or if you're holding it like a sword, you could push this button here. So that's why they have the 2 buttons doing the same thing. Would have been nice for them to be like white and kind of blend in as well. But no big deal, you know, I'm not too concerned about that. So as far as what they actually do, push this button. So the eyes lit up and it made that sound. There you go. So the eyes light up, the mouth doesn't move for those 2 buttons. And what I want to note about it is, so there's those 3 sounds, and it cycles through those 3 sounds. It's not random, it's those 3 sounds in that particular order. So these are the sounds again. Okay, so same order, it always does those 3 sounds. But if I were to push the button again while it's in the middle of doing the sound, it repeats that sound. So if I do this, but then if I wait till the sound is done and push it again, it goes to the next sound. But I can keep pushing it as long as that sound doesn't finish. When I let go, now it'll go to the 3rd sound. Oops, and I waited for it to finish. So if I kind of give it enough time, wait for the sound to finish, it moves to the next sound. Otherwise, if I push it again while the sound is playing, it plays that same sound again, if that makes sense. So this button again does the same thing. So same thing there, the way that works. Then you have these 2 buttons right here, okay? The one on the left is for the roar, and the one on the right is for different sounds than phrases that the Saba does. So I'm going to do the left one first. So if this is the Saba face is facing this way, the button on the left is the roar. Okay, I can push it, it does the same thing again every time I push it. Same sound right there. So pretty cool. I do like that there, pretty neat. And then the other one, the one on the right here, is going to play a phrase, and it plays through, I believe, 6 different phrases, and it plays them in the same order. Once you turn it off and turn it back on, it resets that order, and it will start from the beginning again. So it is not random. It plays through them in the same order, 6 phrases, and once it's done with the 6th phrase, it goes back to the first one again. So here's phrase number 1.
Activate the Tiger Sword.
Really cool. I love the voice, the lights, the mouth moving. Awesome. All right, phrase number 2.
White Tiger Sword. Tiger mode. Battle ready now.
So cool. I love it. All right, here we go. Phrase number 3.
Oh, that was most impressive.
All right, phrase 4.
I'm having difficulty getting through to the Red Ranger.
Some interesting phrases. I don't know that I would have, picked that phrase to be on there, but it's still kind of neat.
I think you need a bit more power.
That's phrase 5, and finally phrase 6.
I'll take care of him.
There you go. And when you do it again, it goes back to phrase 1.
Activate the Tiger Sword.
If you try and push a button again while it's saying a phrase,
White Tiger Sword.
it won't do
Tiger
anything.
mode. Battle ready now.
Even if you press the roar button, it has to finish that phrase. It won't stop. And then the other thing that you can do is either one of these buttons you can hold down for a couple seconds and it will play the theme song. These buttons, you can hold them down, they don't do anything. But these buttons, either one you hold down and it will play the theme song. So I'm going to do that, and then you can let go once the theme song starts playing. All right, enough fun with that. Yeah, this thing, gosh, this is like hurting my arms because it's like heavy holding this thing. So yeah, pretty cool. It plays the full Mighty Morphin theme song with the words and everything. So I believe just like the Dragon Dagger does, I believe that also plays the one with the words and everything. Would have been cool if they would have included like the White Ranger song or something else, but you know, I guess they're kind of sticking with the Mighty Morphin theme song for this classic item. So still pretty neat. So that's pretty much it for the sounds. You know, when you turn it off, it doesn't make any sounds. So that's really it right there. And yeah, I mean, all in all, I am loving this thing. It's just really cool. So I'm very happy with the lights, the sounds. I love how they have Saba's, you know, mouth moving and everything. I mean, and the fact that they got Tony Oliver to re-record the lines. They sound great. Definitely really, really cool. So now I'm going to kind of grab some other Power Rangers toys that I have and do a size comparison. So let's check that out. All right, here we go. Legacy Saba right here. Again, this thing, just the size is amazing, as you can see right here. Really, really cool, and yeah, just so cool. So, quick little comparisons. I have a couple different things to compare with. It's not going to be much of a comparison, but here's the spin sword from Samurai. Clearly, big size difference there. And remember, Legacy Saba is, at the time of purchase, when it first released, $99.99. So, in comparison with these other items, there's a huge price difference, so obviously the quality, the size, everything about it is going to be significantly different. So it's really not a fair comparison, but I just kind of want to do it anyways, just to kind of give you a better idea of the size and scope of this thing, so you can fully appreciate how awesome this is. Here is the Deluxe Super Mega Saber from Super Mega Force. So there's kind of a little comparison right there. So for something like a toy that kids would get, this thing is great, honestly. It's really cool. But this is a collector's item, and price point is going to be significantly different. So do keep that in mind. Here is the Deluxe Dino Saber from Dino Charge. So you have that little comparison there. Now the only one that might compare in terms of size is the Mega Blade from Samurai. So let's see which one is actually larger. And actually, Legacy Saba is a little bit longer. So yeah, even though the Mega Blade is pretty awesome for a toy, the size is amazing, Legacy Saba is even larger. Now, if I were to fold in the blade, ow, be careful when you're folding in the blade. Don't have your hand here because you gotta close it up like that. Then it's about roughly the same size. The Mega Blade might be a teeny bit taller, or like wider, whatever you want to call it, longer. But with the blade extended, Legacy Saba wins out. Last but not least, I can't do a video about Legacy Saba without the Legacy Dragon Dagger. So this thing is amazing as is, but even now that I'm holding this actually feels kind of tiny in my hand because I've been holding Legacy Saba. This thing is pretty amazing, and it's actually pretty good, like decent size and everything. But just the fact that after holding it Legacy Saba, in comparison, it's kind of different there. So yeah, I mean, there's kind of the size. It's about the same size leading up to here for Saba. So the blade part is kind of the longer, like vertical wise for this. But I mean, just look at these legacy items. The Dragon Dagger, Legacy Saba. You know, I'm like ready to fight or something. Got my Dragon Dagger. Got Legacy Saba. I'm gonna summon the Dragon Zord and the White Tiger Zord. I mean, this just looks amazing. Look at this stuff. These are, my arm is like killing me right now. Oh, I'm so sore from working out, and this thing is so heavy. These things are top-notch quality products, and it really does show. So Bandai, I love you, Bandai. I mean, seriously, these legacy items are fantastic. This is probably one of my favorite Power Ranger toys ever. So if you don't know whether to buy this or not, there's your answer. Go buy it. It is amazing. Yeah, everything about it, I am in love with this thing. So that is that, folks. That is Legacy Saba. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. And post any questions that you have in the comments below, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. But check out Legacy Saba, exclusive to Toys R Us, or online. You can get it at maybe a couple different retailers. $99.99 price point, at least initially. I don't know if the price will go up or down, but keep that in mind. So Great quality item. Great lights, great sounds, great weight to it. Just everything about it is amazing. So I highly recommend it. So check out the Legacy Saba. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later. What's that, Saba? What did you say?
Activate the Tiger Sword.
Activate the Tiger Sword? Well, okay then. Dun 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 dun! Legacy Tiger Zord is here as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Legacy Saba. Legacy Tiger Zord review coming up next. So get ready for that. I am super excited. This was also exclusive to Toys R Us, so go find it and check out my review coming up soon to find out what I think about it. So I'll open this up and see what it's like. Check out theworldofha.com. Got my little wristband showing that. Like us on Facebook, The World of Ha, and I will continue to post lots more reviews. Got a lot of stuff on the way, and I'm really excited. Yes! Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.